If you want more updates like this, hit the like button and support the channel. Today's global trade headline is shaking international markets. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has announced a new threat. Countries that continue trading with Iran could soon face heavy tariffs from the United States. This move signals a tougher stance on Iran and sends a strong warning to its trade partners. On February 6, Trump signed an executive order that opens the door for new tariffs on countries doing business with Iran. The plan allows the U.S. government to impose up to 25% tariffs on imports from those nations. Although the tariffs are not automatic, the order creates a legal path to apply them. Iran has been at the center of U.S. foreign policy disputes for many years. Washington accuses Tehran of destabilizing the region and pursuing dangerous military ambitions. Because of this, the U.S. has often used sanctions and economic pressure to limit Iran's influence. Trump's latest move follows the same strategy. Instead of only punishing Iran, the U.S. tariffs are basically taxes placed on imported goods. When tariffs increase, imported products become more expensive, and that can reduce trade. If the U.S. applies these new tariffs, companies and countries trading with Iran may lose access to the American market or face higher costs. Several major economies still trade with Iran in different sectors, including energy, manufacturing, and technology. Countries like China, Turkey, and some European and Middle Eastern nations could be affected by this policy. If they continue their trade with Iran, their exports to the U.S. might face heavy penalties. This move is not only about economics, it is also about political pressure. Trump has often used economic tools to achieve political goals. By threatening tariffs, the U.S. is trying to isolate Iran further and reduce its international support. At the same time, this strategy sends a message to allies and rivals. Doing business with Iran now comes with serious risks. Global markets do not like uncertainty, and this announcement adds a lot of it. Investors may worry about trade disruptions, higher costs, and possible retaliation from other countries. If major trade routes are affected, prices of goods like oil, fuel, and industrial products could change. So far, many countries have responded carefully, avoiding strong public statements. Some may try to negotiate with Washington, while others could look for ways to continue trade without triggering U.S. penalties. There is also the risk of retaliation. Countries might impose their own tariffs or trade restrictions in response. This could lead to a wider trade conflict. For Iran, this policy could make economic recovery even harder. Fewer trading partners mean less investment, fewer exports, and more pressure on its economy. Tehran may try to strengthen ties with countries willing to resist U.S. pressure. This could deepen global divisions and create new political and economic alliances. This is not the first time the U.S. has used tariffs and sanctions as political tools. In recent years, trade disputes have become a common part of global politics. Trump's approach fits into a broader pattern of using economic pressure to influence international behavior. The question is whether the strategy will bring results or create even more tension. The next steps depend on how countries respond and whether the U.S. decides to fully enforce these tariffs. Negotiations, exemptions, or compromises are all possible. But one thing is clear: global trade is entering another period of uncertainty. Businesses, governments, and consumers will all be watching closely. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more news.